the rainbow carrots you find, we have like rainbow carrots in supermarkets now, like purples and whites. Those are like normal wild carrot colors. We made them orange.
I only know orange and yellow, to be honest.
Also, what do you mean about eating the prime minister or whatever? What
Yeah,
do you
they
mean?
were
we
hungry.
did that.
We were hungry. Real, honestly.
We didn't like him very much.
No, not particularly.
I can't imagine why.
Well, you didn't
Here's,
like him as a person. You
here's
liked
one of
him
my
well enough
favorite-
when it came to eating him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, hello.
What
Here's
else are you
some
gonna do
carrot
with
color
the video, like?
variations from Wiki.
Ooh. Beat it up, Buck.
Yep, yep.
Alrighty.
The Dutch are just built different.
Hey, you know, if you don't like someone and you're hungry, and you're a ravenous crowd,
Ooh, that's
Two
actually
birds with
really
one
cool.
stone.
hang them upside down, tear them open, eat those
It's actually
internal
a really
organs.
cool image with the carrots.
It's one of my favorites on Wiki, actually.
Yeah.
That's a pretty neat image, yeah.
That actually makes me want to make more plants, more weirdly colored plants for Lemuria Phase 2.
Oh, yes,
Hannah,
please.
I think the problem with eating Keir Starmer is just like the problem with British cuisine.
It would be tasteless.
Yeah.
It's real.
Oh, I'd like to amend my statement. Checking through Wikipedia, the Western carrot did emerge here in the 16th or 17th century, but outside of oral tradition and the timing lining up, there is no hard evidence of the orange color actually being done in honor to the House of Orange. So yes, the Western carrot did originate here, but whether the color was specifically linked to the royal house is not that clear.
Okay.
Still a
But
cool
carrots-
possibility.
Carrots can be divided into two classes, Eastern and Western carrots, which is funny.
Yeah.
Didn't even know there was multiple groups.
Yeah.
Carrot
one
is
remembers
carrot.
plants.
Those are some really nice, like very well preserved water plants. Also,
Brassica would like to have a word.
We do not accept brassica in this house.
What do you mean? Some
very
of my
nice
best
colours.
friends are Brassica.
Shut up. Brassica is an affront to God. We have played. We've flown too close to the sun with that goddamn thing, and we will be punished for
What
it
do you
one
mean?
day.
We're still flying.
Not for long, I tell you that much.
That is
Armin.
fucking disgusting. Armin, I'm gonna make it even worse for you because I'm looking at the Brassica oleracea Wikipedia page, and I found this.
Did they move Sequoia into it already?
Oh.
You think I
Ow.
didn't know that? We have one of those fuckers in the garden.
Brassica tree, Brassica tree.
you see,
I like my broccoli a
God.
little bit more
No.
woody.
Cancel Lemuria. Cancel Lemuria. Brassica Seed World.
Real.
So,
Don't
you
tempt me.
remember our discussions with Michael about ecomorphs?
No,
yeah,
Yeah.
don't bring
Now-
this here.
Brassica is like the anamorph of ecomorphs.
Pick your
It can
favorite
just become
Brassica.
whenever.
We also have those.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
Romanesco because they've got
What?
the beautiful like Fibonacci sequence spirals.
That
I will say
just
they're kind of
fancy
dull in
broccoli.
taste. Like I prefer normal broccoli. I don't know.
I have not tasted the Fibonacci broccoli yet.
You have some of you might know you have broccolini, but have you seen collini?
No.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
I know everything about plants. They're
Kind
everywhere.
of looks like elderflower.
really emphasizes the fact that these are like flower bud clusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
very interesting pose you have there, Yosh.
What,
E.
what-
true.
The water is
What's he
brown
doing?
because it's sitting in it.
Oh no.
Is it sitting in it
shitting-
or
shitting
shitting in
in
it?
No.
I'll
no.
leave that up to you.
Anyways.
No, it's just the base color. There will be more to it.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
assume
screwed
because
up that these could form like little mini trees.
Tell me this doesn't look like fried elderflower.
I mean, it does look pretty tasty.
Yeah.
I would crunch that.
It's gonna be interesting to see how you do the complex pattern with the angle you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, is that the
Welcome back.
fried version?
Also, I
No,
figured
that's
out why.
elderflower being fried.
Huh.
What I put.
Why would you fry elderflower?
Why not?
Because it's tasty.
I will say
You're an
I would
American.
try it.
Why are you asking why we would fry something?
syrup is still the superior use for elderflower, but fried isn't.
Mm.
Like syrup is unbeatable. Like god damn.
Also, I figured out why Bilbo hasn't been eating these past few days.
Why?
Why?
Oh, let me send the photo.
Oh lord.
Slowly shuts down.
Full of shit.
No.
Okay.
Where are you posting at?
This is the first time I will be posting it when I can post it.
Oh,
Voice chat
just-
text. First time
yeah.
I've ever seen her do this.
Now I'm curious.
Laying eggs?
No. No, thank God.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
shedding.
Ah.
She has your little pajama.
Oh, so she's eating her own skin, right?
She's shedding off her old sock for another old sock.
Indeed.
I will also put the old version of this that we did 2-3 years ago. 2 years ago. In the
They
notes,
do
or in Swedish Trader Joe's as
really,
well.
they really give wrinkled sock vibes, and I love them for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Chameleon geckos are like their a little more upstanding, smaller cousin.
Wait, is
Mm.
this?
No,
is that the
comedic
old
geckos are
version?
Eurodactylodes.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like they look a little similar, and they're less wrinkled. It's like if
Yeah.
you took a lychee and tossed it into the dryer on too high temperature.
So
Also, oh my goodness, the frill pattern on that thing.
Is that the
on the
old one?
that's the old one. That's a 15-year-old me original frill pattern.
Ah,
Very,
Ooh.
very Protoceratops anatomy-wise back then.
Yeah, the anatomy wise, I mean the best skeletal was fucking Gregory S.
Yeah.
Paul's skeletal. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
GSP, let's go.
No.
I still
how
stand
the
that that's
mighty
the
have
canon.
fallen.
That's the canon frill the frill pattern. Frill pattern. Fall size.
Hey, Montana.
Yes.
So you said the habitat of Montanoceratops would be
It's
quite
a bit
wet.
Yeah, it's a bit more seasonal. It's very, very similar to like other localities in Montana along the same stretch in Alberta because it stretches across the border. Lots of
So-
aquatic plants.
So would you say something sort of like I don't know, like a perhaps in some parts a cypress swamp in Florida?
I would say something similar. It's a little more north and a little earlier than Hell Creek. And we see a lot of overlap in fauna with Horseshoe Canyon. I mean, Montanoceratops itself is found in Horseshoe Canyon as well. Only one bone, though, the brain case,
Oh,
so far, that I'm allowed to say.
Hmm. That makes me wonder if Montanoceratops would have been able to see stuff like this.
I mean, I can see stuff like that because I have eyes.
But like
Yes,
How
the
does
very...
that happen?
so
turns out the oils from decaying cypress needles do some funny things when the conditions are super still.
Ah.
Forms a very, very thin film, and then when the
See,
light
I
catches it at
didn't
an
know
angle,
they made oil film. That's interesting.
Yeah.
turning the forest gay. Good lord.
under the right conditions, the whole swamp goes rainbow.
Yeah, cool.
But like the slightest breeze or a lot of animal movement or rain will disturb it and make it invisible again.
The LGBTQ. Blah. What was that?
Q.
LGBTQ community is easily disturbed.
Humble request, Josh. put a tiny bit of yellow on the little divot in the frill. Like it's a bit of the
It's the underside. Yeah.
yeah, like it's still gonna have that expanded frill that I would definitely assume would be for display purposes. It has to be because like it's very expanded. I mean it doesn't have to be, but it's expanded. It's
I'm-
closer to the condition we see in more derived ceratopsids because Leptoceratops they're fairly close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably both as sexual selection along with just species recognition.
Yep.
From long distances.
There we go.
Well, I mean, the problem is Leptoceratopsid frills are hot garbage. Because we always name Leptoceratopsid material after the same specific bones that aren't frill material.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a Leptoceratopsid with no skull material, period, that's named.
Mm.
It's a very beautiful taxon.
Hmm.
Everything else is preserved, just not the skull.
Oh wow.
They would never do that with a derived ceratopsy.
Never.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Bicycle seals in a nature documentary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Is it?
Yeah.
Relatively.
One of my hopes is for someone to do a very good revised phylogeny of basal of Leptoceratopsids and close-ish things. Especially if when the new one gets published, the new Leptoceratopsid that gets published. I'm very patient for that.
I mean, if nobody else does it, you could do it at some point.
I know it's getting published. I know. People are working on it currently. And I don't blame them. The material is very good
No,
compared to what
I mean the revision stuff.
Oh, the revision stuff, yeah. If no one else does, I have to do it.
I mean, that sounds like a nice project.
Sure. Just
I think
very
I'm gonna call
important.
it a night. See you, everyone.
See you.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just very, very unfortunate that a good portion of our diversity is only known in very specific one bone taxa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that makes it relatively easy to make a revision because the material is relatively limited.
Yeah, except for when you get to that Montanoceratops, Leptoceratops, I believe Prinoceratops, and maybe a couple others that are known from several specimens that are very
Yeah,
nice.
but I mean that is still like relatively little compared to like try to do iguanodontians.
I
Ugh.
know some folks who are working on iguanodontians. I don't want to
Yeah.
be them.
Yeah, no, like that is like, oh, I guess we're going on world tour.
Hmm.
I mean, there's some stuff that needs to be taken a look at that is not close by to me. Some material off in the East Coast, some material off in Europe.
There's Leptoceratops material over here.
Maybe. It's not. It was, I think, published in the 80s, maybe.
Mm.
Really fragmentary, I think.
Any relation to Actia?
No relation.
Okay.
Believe it's in Sweden.
Oh.
We don't even know if Ashkaceratops is
A ceratopsian.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh,
Oh god, the Swedish material. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah, that
honestly
one.
doubt that.
I doubt it too, but I would still like to
Yeah.
fucking look at it.
Yeah.
Josh, someone in Twitch chat is asking, is saying, "Hey Josh, just dropping an idea for a thematic stream. Have you thought about doing fictional hybrids Jurassic World style?"
I would rather kill myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a non-starter.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer.
If
I-
you want to convince Yoshua to do any kind of theme stream, it has to be something he enjoys. Which is why I recommend all of you to lobby for a Horizon stream.
I mean,
Ooh.
we've been trying to get him to do a Monster Hunter stream for like 2 years now.
True.
Somebody
Uh,
has to do it.
Liam just posted a reconstruction of Rampharinkus.
Oh, interesting.
Its head,
Ooh,
anyway.
Good for them.
Let me post it.
It's hat.
Oh, yeah, show me.
Ooh.
Oh.
Didn't he do that I feel like I have seen this already.
Yeah, it was made a few years
Oh.
ago for
Or is it a
Taros.
revamp or?
I think it's not, but it's just the head being posted now instead of the body. My bad. Should have read the post.
Ah.
Mm,
I think he's reposting old art.
Yeah.
Trying to get into the groove again.
yeah.
Transition the archives.
I vaguely remember the hybrid thing, it being a semi non-serious idea for last year's Halloween stream before the kaiju stuff came up.
Oh yeah, almost forgot about the kaiju.
But
That's cool.
like I think something else would have come up if the kaiju thing didn't happen.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like having to do a Jurassic World hybrid stream would be very thematic for Halloween because it is a personal nightmare.
Right.
Yeah.
Halloween stream, draw trilobites.
Now that I
God.
could vibe with.
You know what? You know what's a dastardly idea, Yosh?
Oh no.
I should make you draw polyperacy in this.
Oh boy.
You've already used your wish there, haven't you?
Hmm.
I mean, polyperacy is like 3 lines.
Wait, what is it?
What the fuck is that?
Polyperaceae is fucking the fungus that grows on trees
Oh.
and other surfaces.
I thought you were saying Parecia, and I was like, what animal is that?
It's not always plants, Tim. Or it's not always animals.
Not always about the animals.
It ought to be.
It is in my book.
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
It's about the money, Spider-Man.
I just
Not about
realized
the money, Spider-Man.
No, yeah, that's
It's about the
capitalism.
Mets.
Get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
I'm still so pissed at what they've done with J. Jonah Jameson in the last Marvel movies.
What, made him bald?
No, turning him into like an Alex Jones conspiracy theorist is such a fucking disservice to his character.
He might be an ass, but he has got a reputable newspaper.
No, the whole thing is his dad's a Vietnam veteran, and when he came back, he was abusive towards. His dad's, I think, World War II or Vietnam.
He
but
has a
He's
background
a
now?
veteran. J. Jonah Jameson has been in comics for 70 fucking years. What
I
do
know,
you think, Joshua?
doesn't need to have a background story.
No, I
No,
actually
it's
do.
actually interesting.
I do legitimately like JJ's background on his motivations for why he hates Spider-Man's mask.
You mean the
And
story I was telling?
But Levi,
I said, you mean the story I was telling?
correct?
Maybe let Levi finish telling the story.
Just a thought.
Anyway, Levi, proceed.
The whole idea is like he has an experience with what people who they call heroes are in real life because his dad, hero, great, and then he's an abusive prick. That's the entire reason. Like he doesn't trust anyone who doesn't have accountability, and that's a good story. And they just made him Alex Jones.
Okay,
That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, I've never known about that.
I'm coming at this not from somebody who knows Spider-Man particularly well, but who is unfortunately familiar with the work of Alex Jones.
Yeah.
There's so much more going on with that guy that is horrible
Oh yeah.
than anybody outside of Knowledge Fight is willing to engage with.
Look, I know the whole shit show with the Sandy Hook and all that. I'm not trying to disparage him into just a loon when he's actively trying to destroy lives. I'm just saying that's kind
Well-
of what he's become known for.
Well, yes, that's what he's known for. However, he genuinely believes, or at the very least, his image is of someone who genuinely believes that he is in a fight with the literal devil. And
What?
yes, he believes, or at the very least, has cultivated his entire image around the idea that he is in a war with Satan. Actual Satan. And also, he is psychic and a prophet and God's chosen best boy.
Of course.
And this is a serious man, by the way, guys.
Well,
Serious for himself.
he himself is not a particularly serious man in anything that he does, except for
Yeah.
attempting to sell lots and lots of supplements.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess I have a slightly more pathetic view of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sympathetic, just pathetic.
Yeah.
If you would like to know more, or if you want to sharpen your skills on how to pick apart an argument, Dan of Knowledge Fight does a fantastic job, like deconstructing everything that he like listens to in the weekly Infowars shows.
Gonna hop
Wonder
out
what-
real quick.
Alrighty.
I wonder what will happen
Maybe.
with that now that Infowars is sold.
I mean, he's still trying to fight it. He's still trying to evade it. He's built a second studio, which I
Oh,
don't know how he
great.
still owns that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. This is why, like, I know everybody knows him as the gay frogs guy, or the Sandy Hook guy. He is so much worse.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
just sounds like a really notorious, like, feral dog that just needs to be put out of his misery.
True.
Okay, I
Like,
begin to put in vegetation. Montana, what are we
So-
thinking?
I sent a shit ton of floating plant references.
Yeah, I think I'm going with these like spreading out little. I think they're floating ferns.
I believe they are some floating ferns. The living sort of relatives-ish. I can't really get a good photo of relatives because IHOP doesn't have the paper, but everything I think I sent of the actual fossils are like eudicots. The fern also found different fern, but these same ferns that float are found in Hell Creek. So,
Okay.
and I know there's floating ferns
Hmm.
that are close enough to this in morphology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually have some
Otherwise, for
Salvinia right
things
outside.
bigger, I don't think that is unfortunately published. The St. Mary River is not super prospected. I would do broadly Campanian North America, because you're gonna see most of the same stuff.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, to
back to Grace. Yeah.
finish my thought. First off, I do think that he thinks that he is in a war with Satan. However, I don't think he's super genuine about his small government beliefs, because he will readily agree with something convenient that completely contradicts everything he believes in, as long as it'll sell his supplements. And the other thing is, once you listen for it, there is a whole rhythm to how he pivots to ads. And it can be jarring. So he will go on some sort of long, impassioned, frequently tearful rant about how and these are his words, that the globalists are seeking to destroy America, and well, we got him on the back foot, but they're everywhere, and so he's trying to scare his audience. And after he's worked himself up, after he's worked up his audience, he will immediately and very soberly pivot to selling his Brain Force Plus or his Super Male Vitality or whatever it is that he wants to sell that week. It is disgusting on a level that I don't know that I can fully explain without like forcing you guys to listen to one of these ad pivots.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do not want to do that.
I think your descriptor of pathetic really fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so would be appreciated if y'all like yeah, the gay frogs thing is funny, but it is not the end all be all of that man.
Oh no, absolutely.
He is poisonous
Yeah.
in ways that I don't normally call people poisonous.
Yeah.
Thing is though, once you start listening to especially Dan deconstructing everything that he's saying, you start to notice when other people are trying to persuade you to fear stuff. And maybe that is valuable.
Yeah.
No, Rick. No, that all the emphasis on that word has just been taken out by overuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, toxic or problematic, those words kind of just don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, it's just something you throw at something at this point, and then, yeah, people.
Anyway, that's my fun contributions on the Sunday afternoon.
Batman's here.
The Batman.
So these plants look good.
Oh. So the plants, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. We're
Nice
doing.
weather we're having.
We're looking at some funny little aquatic ferns and a little Leptoceratopsian lost in the sauce.
If I may ask, what genus are these ferns in? Are they in the extant one?
I don't know.
Montana?
You said lost in the sauce, and that made me think of what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I was hanging out with a friend because I needed to go outside, and I had a delicious apple, and
Oh.
we apparently
Oh.
he said I got lost in the sauce too hard because when I ate it, let's just say the apple fought back.
Please tell me you weren't defeated by a fucking apple. Please.
Yes, I was defeated by an apple in combat.
Shame.
What, animal?
No, that was just a groan of pain at remembering.
Yeah. Yash, by the way, where's this thing's nose? Or I guess nasal opening?
It doesn't need one. By which I mean I forgot about it.
Pretty needs for nerds.
Terminal mouth breather.
It's the turtle.
And we all know how turtles breathe.
Horrible.
That's why it's sitting in the pond.
Hmm.
What sort of? I assume that trees are gonna be going in the background.
There will be some blurred out trees, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know why, but ferns get kind of weird for ferns when they go in the water, like even more than I'd say most other turned aquatic plants. Because it seems like most of them, or at least most of the ones I'm familiar with, just end up, I'm gonna be as protein rich as a legume. And I'm gonna fix nitrogen now.
Good for them.
Also like a ledger.
Yeah. And it's a fern. Why I do that? Actually, you know what? I have some in my bedroom. I just remembered.
Legumes or ferns?
Floating ferns.
Oh.
I mean, why shouldn't you have some lagoons in your bedroom? I mean, some midnight bean snack.
Snacks?
Yeah.
Do I have any legumes in here?
Hey, can I ask for a thing, Josh?
Of course.
In the distance, it could be nice to do a little bit of color in the form of the flowering plants in the distance. It'd literally be like 2 brush strokes, though, so not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought. Since we have some,
Yeah, I also want to break up the green monotony a little bit with
yeah,
with some specks of color here.
He's so lost in the sauce.
Yep. Oh, and here they are.
Let me see.
Some little salvinia in the banded gecko's water bowl.
Does she eat it as
Aw.
well?
Nah, all of my geckos are pretty strict insectivores. If it wiggles, they bite it.
God, I wish mine was like that. I don't get you, Bilbo. Why do you eat your own skin, but bugs are off the menu? Like, goddamn, you would not survive in the wild.
And somehow they do.
This one wouldn't. You fucking muppet! I swear. You're lucky I love you, Jesus.
I'll be back in a sec.